If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the Green Room. Welcome back. Yo, GMS fam, the Green Room. Welcome back. And I say welcome back because we did a show a little earlier. Did a mainstream review, but we are here to talk about the JEENYUHS documentary. Yes, documentary surrounding the life and the journey of icon and musician Kanye West. Now, everybody knows, first of all, I start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward, hoping that you pass it along as well. Those that are going to be tuning into this, I either hope you watched the documentary, or if you haven't yet and you feel like you just don't want to, I hope what we talk about today will help encourage you to watch it, because this is probably one of the best documentaries surrounding an artist that I've seen in a really long time. And I'm gonna keep the music going. We're gonna turn it down a little bit. But this is one of the best that I've seen. And because, for one, you know, I'm an artist myself. I create music myself, so it's always interesting to watch an artist who I've admired over the years for his talent and different things that, you know, he's been able to do with his music. It's good in that aspect, but also given the circumstances and the current state of this person today, it's even more interesting to see how he got to where he is today. And when you watch it, it will actually explain a lot when it comes to Kanye West. It will explain so much about who he is and why he acts the way that he acts, you know, the troubles that he's dealing with, the traumas, and, you know, even just the disorders that he's been diagnosed with. It helped a lot for people who misunderstood Kanye to understand not him fully, because you can never understand somebody fully, but understand his situation and what he's going through. Now, the first one just kind of surrounds, you know, the come up of Kanye and just him being around for a long time. Kanye's been around for a very, very long time. Like a lot of people that got put on to Kanye, of course, when College Dropout came out, people were still in limbo. Like it was like some people that knew Kanye as a producer, and then there's people that just found out Kanye was an artist and he was just building a fan base in that way. But before all that, he was producing And before I even get all the way into Kanye's life, I have to give a special shout out to Cootie, the person that shot the whole thing and stuck around for decades with Kanye and really, really stood behind his brother and didn't turn his back on him, never did him wrong, always solid. And you could tell that it definitely has paid off for him over the years. Now, Cootie bumped into Kanye years ago, and you could see that in the beginning. A young Kanye, he had on the glasses. It was the 90s, late 90s, and you know what I'm saying? It was like one of those things where he was kind of speaking it into existence as far as where Kanye would be. You know what I'm saying? Cootie was already singing Kanye's praises back then. And the fact that they linked up probably was one of the best things that not only happened to Cootie, but for Kanye. Because we wouldn't have this documentary and this view into who Kanye is if it wasn't for Cootie having his back and constantly recording everything. Now, just to skip forward, you know, Kanye did beats for Jay-Z. You know, you hear all the things that he's done, the different beats that he made, the hits that he's curated for, you know, some of our favorite artists, and, you know, clicking up with Rockefeller. And it seemed like they wanted to keep Kanye in a box, but Kanye is one of those people that you saw early on. It's crazy because, like, you hear his rants over the past, like, 5-10 years, and you think that came along with him, like, you know, quote-unquote losing it. But Kanye has always been confident in himself since day one. He's always been speaking things into existence. He's always been thinking he was the best. He's always thought to himself that he was great at doing what he was doing, even when people were telling him or making it seem like he wasn't. Rockefeller didn't pay Kanye no mind. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that hasn't paid attention to his story over the past years, that's been something that has been said. I knew about this, and a lot of other music lovers and people that paid attention knew about this. Rockefeller was not showing Kanye love on a different level other than production. And that's another thing that happens with these major labels. They try to box you in. No matter how talented you are, no matter how great you are doing what you do, you could be a top producer on the label and they'll still ignore you to a certain extent. Kanye didn't allow himself to get stuck into a box. Kanye was making it known that he wanted to be a rapper and not just a producer. He wanted people to take him seriously for his lyrics. Another thing that they pinpointed as well, and they did a really, really good job of, touched a lot of people's hearts, was his connection with his mom. The connection with his mom also, I think, was probably the biggest, example of why he is who he is today and why he acts the way that he acts today. His mom was his biggest fan. Somebody who you could tell believed in him more than anybody in this world, believed in him more than he believed in himself. And that's a hard task because Kanye wholeheartedly believed in himself. But you could tell he got a lot of it from his mom. You know what I'm saying? Even all the way down to her learning his lyrics, rapping his songs and all that. Just you can tell she was 100% supportive of him in anything that he was trying to do. And I love the fact that Kanye wasn't one of those type of people who was shy about his mom or embarrassed about his mom or didn't want his mom to be around or didn't want other people to be around his mom. He wanted people to know that this is somebody who means something to him in his life. He loves her. He cares about her. He wants her to see him succeed. He only wants to make her proud and happy. So everything he's doing not only is for the betterment of himself, but to also make his mother proud. And the dynamic between them two really, really displays something for a viewer who may have had some type of negative feeling towards Kanye, or, you know, it may be confused about why he's going through what he's going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Imagine becoming a billionaire and the one person who you know was your biggest fan, who wanted to see you succeed out of anybody else in this world, is not here to reap those benefits with you. somebody who you know for sure he would have took over care of. You know what I'm saying? And now you can kind of get the idea that somebody feeling like they're stuck on this earth without somebody who they love and who they would want to be here to see them succeed and become one of the most successful, not only artists, but just, you know, just superstars of our time. I can tell that hurt. Now, Coodie also is one of those people that deserves a lot of flowers because not a lot of people will take the sacrifice of giving up a career of their own and make and what I mean by career, because he still had a career. That was his career. That he was a camera guy. So it's not that he was giving up his career. You know, I see a lot of people saying that, and I almost made the mistake of saying it. But the thing that he did was be extremely selfless. Coodie was a selfless person, and it actually takes that type of mentality when you are a camera guy, when you are a photographer or videographer, whatever it is. You are always going to be working for somebody in that way. You know what I'm saying? And he took the leap of standing behind Kanye and following behind Kanye in his career. I think that's something that is commendable. And I think Coodie is one of the rare individuals who is an actual, genuine, solid friend who will actually look out for you and is the definition of selfless. And I'm going to keep bigging up Coodie through this whole thing because you see the different things that he went through, but maintain a clear mind and maintain not having a bitter heart, bitter soul about a lot of things. When he could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have felt some type of way, which I'm pretty sure he did, but he never jeopardized or he never burned bridges or got in his feelings about anything. What he did was he kept moving, he kept working, because one thing that people like Coodie realize is this world keeps going. The world keeps going. It does not stop for you or your problems. So when one thing happens, you have to try to continue to keep going and go and work through it. Coodie is just one of those dope individuals who I really commend for his push forward with Kanye. Now, like I said, Kanye wasn't being taken seriously, man. He was out here rapping. He was trying to show people that he had bars. He was doing all types of shit to try to prove himself, meeting up with different artists. He was with Scarface, he with Pharrell, he with Diddy, he's with a whole bunch of different people, not to mention people of Rockefeller like the Dame Dashes and Jay-Z's and everybody. And he's trying to showcase his talents to everybody. He's trying to prove himself. Now, Kanye already had hits under his belt when it came to Jay-Z. But Kanye wanted to feel what it was like to have his own hit. Yeah, it's cool to have to be the producer that made something hot for another rapper, but imagine feeling like a rapper and knowing that you can do the same thing, but everybody else around you isn't really taking you seriously. So what he had to do was he had to get out of his own shadow. You don't believe I'm a rapper? I'm going to show you I'm a rapper. I'm going to prove to you I'm a rapper. I'm going to do it by my actions and not by me sitting back just talking about it. And there was even a point where Kanye, while he's trying to record the College Dropout, because that's what he was working on, they didn't even give Kanye any type of studio budget. Being somebody that was signed to Rockefeller, they finally was like, all right, we're gonna sign Kanye. But even being signed to a label, this is another thing I was talking about earlier. A lot of people's main goals in life is to be signed to a label because a lot of the things that they've seen with a label is the money, the material shit, the fame. They think they about to get signed for a bunch of money and they just gonna have this money and they just gonna go and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go in the studio and make some music and everybody's gonna love it because I'm signed to a label. That's not how this shit works. Labels can sign you and shelf you and not give a fuck about you. Kill your whole self-esteem, all that shit. Kill your drive, your motivation to want to actually do something and create something because you stuck in a machine that has other priorities. See, a lot of people don't understand when you're on a label, there's tiers. Let's say you're on the same label as Drake, right? I'm gonna tell you how this goes. You're on the same label as Drake. You just got signed. You a new hot artist. Everybody's loving your shit. You up in social media views and likes and followers, all that shit. Imagine you working on a project. Yeah, I'm about to release my first debut album, and then out of nowhere, Drake decides, yeah, I've been working on something. I got something I'm trying to drop. The label is gonna say, fuck your release date. Fuck what you got coming out. Fuck your single. Fuck you being ready for everything that you trying to do, the money that you spent to promote it. Drake is our number one priority, and we gonna work on his shit first. We'll get back to you later. See, if you were independent, you wouldn't have to worry about that. That wouldn't be a problem for you. You hear over the years so many times artists complaining about the labels and all types of shit, and they won't let them release music, and they, holding money out. You gotta understand, there's always gonna be priority over you when you are signed to a machine. If you were independent, it wouldn't be that way. Now, believing in himself kept him inspired enough to work and not be down about the label not fucking with him. And what he did was he went and found his own way to record College Dropout. And I think this was the best way for him to do it. Keep it natural, keep it authentic. I think his mindset probably would have been different if Rockefeller would have been there trying to dictate how he moved with his album. Kanye really, I think that was a blessing in disguise, the fact that they didn't have no budget for him in the studio, because it gave Kanye 100% complete creative control, and he was able to formulate a classic album the way that he wanted to, which it is. And I feel like everybody can agree that College Dropout is a classic album. Very, very classic Kanye album. Now, during this time, while he's trying to get hot, get all his shit going, Kanye has the infamous car crash. Now, he was on his way to go try to help Petey Crack. Yes. Now, I no disrespect, but where is Petey Crack today? Another blessing in disguise. Even though it was a horrible car crash and he could have lost his life, I think that Kanye was better off not making it to that session, because it gave him a new drive. When you almost lose your life, it gives you another outlook on life. It makes you realize, oh shit, we really have one life to live. Nobody gets second chances like this. Nobody. So Kanye went harder after that. He was in the hospital. I believe they said it was 6 weeks after he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital for 6 weeks. He got out and went right back to trying to work. What can you say about that? That's somebody that's pure hustle. That's determination. That's somebody that believed in himself and knew what their path held for them. What up, Zen Master? What up, Pro Me? What up, CT? So Kanye goes through his situation. They make Through the Wire. Cootie directs the video. He has the footage. Like, Cootie has so much footage that I feel like there could be a whole nother 3-part documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he has way more footage than we saw, of course, but it was just great to see that part of it. Like, I've always wanted to see the creation of College Dropout, like thoroughly. Not just the good parts where they can go and do the montages and yeah, we had these people in the studio and this song was made. No, we got to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the rejections, the people not caring. Kanye was in the studio rapping for motherfuckers, playing songs and shit. Niggas was walking out on him. They had a clip go viral with Kanye in the building of Rockefeller playing his music off. He was rapping All Falls Down. Them niggas did not care. Do y'all know how big that song is for Kanye West? Especially like the classics of that whole album. Can you believe how crazy it is that was going on? And it's not even about the fact, like, I saw people like, oh, they didn't see the potential in Kanye. Nobody's ever going to really see the potential in you but you. Do you understand why Kanye didn't quit? It's because he believed in himself. That man trusted himself. He knew that he had something special. You can't beat that mentality, and I push that for everybody, man. I would hope that everybody feels that way about himself. we got the burner TK Kirkland account. He said, "Damn, everybody blowing up from Chicago except for Corey Holcomb." That's a lie. That is a lie. That's a lie. But now he worked his ass off to get College Dropout out, and he deserved the success that came with it. But with success came changes within him and Cootie's relationship, because when Kanye started to get noticed and things started pumping up for him and people started really recognizing him as an artist, the song Jesus Walks came through and did well for Kanye. And what Kanye did was, all right, well, now that I'm officially signed, because this is when he officially signed after Jesus Walks came out. He officially signed, he's officially on Rockefeller. He got bread now. He can use his resources to do something big. Kanye wanted to have Hype Williams do the Jesus Walks video. And what happened was Cootie felt some type of way about it, but let me tell you why Cootie is one of the most selfless people in the world. He looked at it as, yeah, I can try to fight for my spot and say, yeah, I would love to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I know it's Hype Williams, but nigga, you know, we know how to do this shit. That's cool. Do what you can to fight for your spot. But also, he didn't let that drive a wedge between him and Kanye. He also understood that was an opportunity for Kanye to continue to elevate. The whole purpose of what they're doing is for Kanye to blow up. They trying to make this shit work. They trying to do something big. So when you have people that understand that, you wouldn't have no jealousy or envy around you. Excuse me. You can tell when a motherfucker wants you to lose. Because if a motherfucker wants you to lose, what Cootie would have did in that situation was be like, man, nah, fuck that, man. That's fucked up. You want Hype Williams to do it, nigga. We been here since day one. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. This nigga just directed my video. We trying to get high. We trying to get big out here, man. I thought the point was to boost my career. I don't think that's me sounding selfish. I think that was the plan. I think that's why you here, right? You recording me and making a documentary on my life. This ain't about, hey, Cootie behind the camera. See, Cootie understood that, which is why he was solid as fuck, bro. Now, you know, the recognition's coming in. Kanye's getting more, you know, praise from here and there, getting on covers, winning Grammys and shit like that. Late registration, all this. He's moving up to the top of the realm right now. Him and Cootie started getting a little distant, and he realized that a lot of it had to do with the changes that was being made. So what he did was he focused on his life and things he needs to do to continue to progress. You know, he was still getting opportunities with filming with other people because the fact that he was filming for Kanye, and Kanye is now being well known, and he's been in so many rooms with so many people, and he's built connections. Kanye isn't the only person hitting him up. He wasn't just sitting around waiting for Kanye to call to make some money. No, he was getting called from Common. He was getting called from, you know, Donda. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's mom. He was getting called from GLC. You know, different people wanted him to come record them and shoot for them for different things that they were doing. And things kind of got weird because Kanye was becoming so big that Cootie was feeling like the distance between them. He felt like they weren't really going to work again. And when they finally got back up with each other, which was at a Grammy release party for Kanye's album, you know, this shit broke my heart, fam. They were at a Grammy party for Kanye's album, and Cootie was in the building. And when Kanye and Cootie got together, Kanye kept calling him a different name. Kept calling him Chike. And it was, you could tell like Cootie was hurt. Cootie was hurt, man. And Kanye he called him that name like three, 4 different times, and blamed it on the fact that he was drunk. And it wasn't like Kanye forgot about him. It's just that when you could tell he's living the life now. He's the center of attention. He's the man right now. He's doing all types of shit. He's elevating. He's becoming the new top artist out here. And he's feeling himself, man. And that shit can turn to, your ego can cloud your judgment sometimes. And I know Cootie felt some type of way after that happened, but as things progressed for Kanye, he could see the decrease in his mental health. You know, different things that was going on. And what happened was when his mom finally, you know, passed, things kind of spiraled for him. You know, he had a concert. I think those are when those rants really started to happen on stage, and talking about people that, you know, were concerned for him, telling me shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that. But I felt horrible, man. I didn't know how to just, it's hard to explain, man. Mental health is so tricky when you talk about it, because you don't know whether this person is really genuinely reacting to this, or if they're reacting to it in a way where it's their bipolar disorder, or if it's them, or if it's their anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, different things can trigger things, but you never know what mode this person is in. And he, you know, was sitting back and watching that. And I think Kanye, being the person that he is, and after his mom passing and realizing he has a lot of people around him who he isn't used to, I think the thing that made him feel more closest to home, or closest to his mom, or closest to that feeling, was being around the people that have been there for him since day one. The people that have been there, sitting in his mom's apartment with him while they were sitting there rapping and taking videos that you know, Kanye will have forever and cherish forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cootie has footage that will live forever for Kanye and his mother, someone that was near and dear to him. And I felt like you can see that he wanted to have that back around him. Kanye was kind of dipping up and down with all types of shit going on, but he needed that feeling again. And this also around the time, later on when he got married to, Kim, and, he became part of the Kardashian squad. And I honestly knew that was a crazy move to me, because it's like, this is like the last family I would expect Kanye to want to be involved with. But these celebrities do this type of shit. You can't put nothing past them. But I think that's something that really also helped damage his mental health, was being around them. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I think that family has something to do with his mental health becoming more decreasing over the years. And it became more draining for him to want to be the creative that he was trying to be. Kanye was trying to be in clothes. He was still trying to make dope music. He's trying to put his hands into everything. And there was never really a point where Kanye slowed down. Also, there was one thing I paid attention to, what Cootie said as soon as Kanye started to get a little fame and he started to get recognition. He said that Kanye basically was like, yeah, I'm acting now. Like, I'm an actor. Like, he's putting on an act. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing that fucks people up mentally is when they aren't themselves and they put on an act and they put on a front, and they do it so well to the point where they start to confuse themselves. They forget who they are. They struggling between trying to really be who they are and trying to maintain a character, and now these two clashed, and now you just stuck between the two, confused and doing erratic shit. Now you getting diagnosed with shit, having to take pills for this and that. Because not only are you still trying to be yourself and try to play a character, you're still on top of the game when it comes to music. So you still have to maintain being a top artist and top entertainer while going through mental health issues. A lot of people don't understand how difficult that type of shit is, but I'm just saying, man, I feel for Kanye. And I know he's done some dumb shit, said some dumb shit. I may not be his biggest fan as of the past 5 years, but I'm glad I got to see that documentary, because it really opened my eyes to a lot of shit that Kanye had to deal with coming up. And it made me understand a lot about who he is as a person. And there's one thing I want to play while I have the chance. First of all, I want to show this picture, man. Shout out to Cootie, man, because I think that's one of the most prolific scenes is when they show the behind the scenes of, Kanye back in the late 90s when Cootie first ran into him, all the way until, current days when they still rocking 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? This shit is beautiful. But I want to play this real quick. I got to play this real quick. And I hope they don't tear me down for this. To a restaurant, upper echelon. I'm gonna get you a table else you want. Just tell me what kind of S-type down the west side. Tell me the perfect color so I make it just right. It's don't gotta be Mother's Day or your birthday for me to just call and say, hey, mama, to a restaurant. Yeah, that was what that right there was one of my favorite scenes, because she knew every word. She rapped every word, and that wasn't even the only song she knew. She knew damn near every song. I would assume she knew every song, especially the way she knew all them damn lyrics. When I say Kanye's mom was his biggest fan, and another thing that stuck out to me was the part where they were sitting there, in her kitchen in her apartment talking about, his life, and just, her giving him words of encouragement and, dropping gems on him, and looking at his jewelry and seeing the angel on him, and her saying, well, you need an angel to look after you. And I think that was, something in foresight, where this is like Donda is his angel, still helping guide him from destruction. Because there's been plenty of times where Kanye has tried to self-destruct, but he's somehow maintained it, even with the Trump shit, with the slavery talk shit, with just everything. Like, there's a lot of other shit that people can be like, all right, fuck that. Even right now, even right now, you have, you know, the video that just dropped, the song Easy, the Game featuring Kanye West. Kanye has a scene in the video where he's dragging, you know, a claymation version of Pete Davidson around and getting ready to bury him alive and shit. You know what I'm saying? Planted roses on him and had roses grow from him and cut the roses off. And it had people it had people talking shit, I guess, and saying how distasteful it is and how it's this, now it's so wrong. And people are like, oh, check on Pete. Son, we have to check on Pete because he's also dealing with mental health. And if Kanye is going to be an abuser, we need to check on Pete. Pete's cool. If anything, Pete's a comedian. He could use this as ammo. If I was Pete, I'd make a fire set off Kanye. Thank you for the material, Kanye West. That's what I would have did. Straight up. I try to legally change my name to Skeet. Just for a year, just so people can call me Skeet Davidson for a year. That's how you do it. As a comedian, oh my God, does he have some material. Some great material. But I think Kanye should let Kim go. Let her go, man. Focus on yourself, brother. Focus on yourself, King. Focus on yourself. You don't need it, man. You don't need it. You are who you are. You gotta continue to be great, man. Continue to strive for greatness. You know, when Kanye first started doing gospel, the one thing I said, because, you know, I watched the documentary and I saw how they put the compilation together of people, you know, questioning Kanye's motives and being like, oh, is this just for a quick money grab, or is he doing this just for attention, or is he trying to get the black community back, or is he trying to win the people's hearts back? And I'm like, nah, Kanye's doing this gospel shit because his mother is like, all right, chill the fuck out. I'm telling you, this is what I said when I promise you, I swear to God, when Kanye first started doing this Sunday service shit, before he ever put out Jesus is King, before any of this shit, before any of this shit, when Kanye first started saying he was gonna do his gospel, I was like, all right. His mom must have came and visited him in a dream and was like, all right, I seen this bullshit, I seen the shit you've been talking about, I seen the Trump shit, I seen this, I seen that. It is time to slow the fuck down. You got to switch this shit up. This ain't you. This isn't what I would want for you. This ain't what I would be proud of. Get back to what you know. Kanye probably said a prayer and was like, fuck it, I am going gospel. That's what I think happened. I think that happened, honestly. And it just and it honestly confirmed it after watching the documentary. I was like, see, I knew it. I knew it. Now, for those that have watched the documentary, what do you think, man? What did you guys think? If you've seen the documentary, what do you think? And if you haven't, will you be trying to watch it? Will you be watching? That's all I want to know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, GMS fam. We had to have this conversation, man. That documentary was way too good, man. Way too good. He said gospel equals old nigga relevance. Shit, he done got the young people with it too. Shit. He got young motherfuckers out here repping the gospel. King Lukey said, I'm about to watch it now. Ari said, I think his heart was in a good place. Yeah, I think his heart was always in a good place. It's just when you deal with mental issues, man, it's hard to decipher when it's you having an episode and or if this is you really being a dickhead or somebody that really is just having an outburst, you know? Like one of the last scenes in it is Kanye like rapping and clearly having an episode, like having a manic episode. And like, you know, it was a few times when Cootie had to cut off the camera because he didn't want that to be seen. But, you know, enough of it was caught to realize that he was having an episode. And it's important to see that type of shit because mental health is real. What's up, Melissa? She said, I haven't watched, wasn't gonna watch it, but if it's that good, I'll watch it. Yeah, you have to. You really enjoy it. Theodora said you probably check it out now. I encourage everybody, if you have Netflix, to please go watch that documentary. All right, it's 3 parts. Every single one is like an hour and a half. It's incredible footage. You get to see, it's nostalgic for one. The music in it is, of course, great. It brings you back to a certain time in music. You get to see some familiar faces from back in that day. You get to see the connection, the real connection between him and his mom. You get to see Kanye's real drive and what his purpose is for music. I think if you haven't seen it, you have to. CT said, I'm gonna watch it again. He said, I love Kanye, I do, but he fucked up when he fucked Kim. Shit. Well, we gonna only hope for the best for Kanye. And that's all I can say about that, man. We can only wish for the best for Kanye. Now, GMS fam, I appreciate y'all for pulling back up today. We did 2 shows today. Mainstream Review. Talked about this Genius documentary. I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me. Put a GMS in the chat. I'ma shout everybody out. Let's go. Pack another bowl. I'm about to pack another bowl. I'm about to pack another bowl. GMS. I do too, Theodora. She may still be alive today. May have still been alive today, man. Tragic way for such a sweet, loving, caring woman to go out, man. Donda West seemed like the perfect mom. So I was extremely sad and heartbreaking, man. Rest in peace to her. Shout out to Brim Dog, Arius Baby G, Pro Miko, Zen Master. Let me change the beat. I'm gonna change the beat. Melissa in the building. JR Miller with the links. Appreciate you, brother. King Lukey smoking on YG's Bompton berries, Bompton cherry berries. Theodora NYC. He said he on Street Fighter mode. Hadouken. That's what I'm on too. Finna chill, man. Y'all want to tune in, man, because we're going to talk about it again on the 3Gs podcast. So make sure y'all tune into that. Toe Chance podcast in the building. I see you. Make sure y'all go support that as well. Do your due diligence. 3Gs tomorrow, 8 p.m. The Beat Battle this Saturday. 7 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you all are there and spread the word. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this shit. It's going to be legendary. Some very legendary individuals will be in the building. We all going to be chilling, displaying some greatness. I really hope y'all pull up for that, all right? I'm finna go live on my IG, man. I was playing some dope-ass beats that I made like years ago, man. So if y'all want to pop up to my Instagram, you can follow me there. You see that, Black GMS. Follow me on my Instagram. I'm about to go live, play some dope shit. Hit the Cash App if you're feeling generous. Hit the like button on the way out. Leave a comment after the video. We out. What up, Lacey?